Don't your spirits just soar when those first blooms start popping out, be them wild flowers or planted, cultured flowers? And after our long winters here in Newfoundland, I appreciate every little bloom that shows. Even this little guy popped up in my driveway. Then we get to watch them. Some of them turn into, well, seeds or berries. Here's my black currant bush, and I can't believe how many lovely little berries are showing on this very young plant. My red currant, which always seems a step behind. And I think this is going to be a banner year for the blueberries, the wild blueberries. I've got to get out and put some string for these little fellas to climb. They're starting to reach out. And we're always learning in the garden. I discovered that Swiss chard can survive under the insulated snow here. I purposely left these plants to see if it would work, so I will experiment more this year. A few bulbs for Bruce to plant out. He does the flowers. So I'm going to put a few more leeks in this bed and stick them in wherever I can, actually, any beds. This, aren't I talented? Not. This was a spoon I whittled. So what I do is I just dibber down 6 inches, about to there. For the leeks, make your hole, plop them in, and you're done. Just water them in after that. There's my holes, and I'll go get the leeks. So these are my Lancelot leeks. I really like these leeks. And let's see if we can look at some. They're looking nice. So, but they've got to get in. And these are the American flag I previously planted. So I've brought my bush beans out and I'm going to plant them in this bed. I've prepped it. I don't know, quite a while back actually. All I did was to top it with some well composted manure and possibly, I think, a couple of bags of triple mix. So I'm going to plan where these are going and get little markers because I'll never remember what's what. I've got, I can't read, Chèvre vert bean, Polish pea bean, early Mohawk bean. This one's an ode to my son because his name's Drew. This is Drew's dandy bean. And I had a very hard time getting beans from any of my normal suppliers, garden suppliers. Beans because of the current situation. Gardening supplies, as many of you know, the seeds and whatnot, they go fast. And I was looking for these in January. Still couldn't get them. Anyway, my local hardware store had golden wax and stringless green pod. So I'm going to do those. And I have a big bag if I can find another bed, if Bruce can get around to it. And this is just some yellow-eyed so that I can grow those for drying. I may not get to that, but it is a dream of mine anyways. So that's it. I got my plants in. I did 16 of each, so 16 times 7. 112 plants in this bed. If they all come up, There's my onions down there. They're popping up really well in that bed. Now next in this wild and I don't know, nature's taking over here. We haven't had the time, either Bruce and I. Bruce is going to those blocks of wood there. That's for another bed. This is for another bed. The ones I'm hoping he'll get to. But for now I'm going to top this one up. I've just weeded it. Nature was really trying to take over in there. And I'm going to put the rest of my potatoes that I never got out. And there's a frost warning this evening. Can you imagine? Now I'm just going to take my basket outside and fill some holes that I may see, if I can decide what's a weed versus my seedlings coming up. And then I think I'll think about lunch. Now I'm inside. I'm just going to harvest a few peppers that I have. And then I'll get some tomatoes that I've got indoors. And I think I'll take some of this Malabar spinach. Really needs to be culled through, and I'll make myself a little salad. So I'm home alone. I've decided I'm just going to saute this all down, so I'll go and get some garlic. You all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.